Hello and welcome to Total Party Crit. I am your dungeon master, Dangle.
I'm Vela. I play Esther Feldman. She is also known by the title of Greystrike.
So, hi, my name is Buttons. I am playing Lady Diana Lynette Isadora Bourget.
So I'm Nevar. I'm playing Force Gem Jar.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucia, and I am playing Indigo Inc.
I'm Rooster. I'll play Egan.
Now, let's get rolling.
How's everybody doing?
We're doing. It's gonna be a
I'm
good
Peachy.
night.
How are you?
I'm so excited for tonight. I was looking forward to this game all week.
Mm-hmm. I even got a new cup for today.
That's fancy.
It was for free outside of the thrift shop, so I gave it a real good washing.
Yeah, I can understand why.
But it was free.
So who wants to say what we did last time?
We didn't trust Indigo.
We did eventually. So we made it. Ooh, a lot of things happened last game. We made it to a city, and then we got chased down by a hare and a seeker and two. What were they? Hunters.
Yes, speakers and first.
And then we met Indigo's sibling. We were on a boat. And then went to Bastille. Met the Resistance. Got hired to burn down a building of the crown. Did that. Escaped the giant Minotaur golem statue maybe thing. Buried it under the ground as it tried to bury us. Then we made it back out.
We also learned that Ez is a beast.
And you guys... she got a letter. I don't know if you guys realize it's from, like, who it's from yet. I don't think anyone asked about that.
We do not care. We are very...
That's fair.
Everybody for themselves, apparently.
Good there, Selma?
I mean, that's not the worst thing. But
Privacy is a thing.
more importantly, though, we gained a level.
We did. Oh, jeez. Give me 2 seconds because Zeva is freaking out. So she needs to go outside. I'll be back.
Okay, so
We started on time for once.
Yeah. Well, S is away. You want to go around and tell everybody what you picked or what you got?
Sounds like a plan.
I went up a level of cleric, but most importantly got fireball.
All hail the fireball.
All hail.
Indigo took another level in Rogue, and over the course of the past few days has gone through quite the transformation, and is no longer a shorty patootie, and is now quite tall. She, he, they words are now 5'6", and will be getting new clothes.
That's, pardon the turn of phrase, but that's a big development.
Yes, Verdin are weird. but I love it and I'm here for it.
That's okay. I play a Simic. How about Forrest?
Took another level in cleric. DM finally shared the cool spells that I get as his homebrew patron. So I look forward to seeing what those do.
Yeah, that was definitely my bad. I apologize. I think only one of them you really could have used a whole lot, but it's okay. You get them now. That's the important thing. And next level, you get something really cool. How about Diana?
Diana took a level in monk. It's still pretty early, so the most helpful thing she got this time around was a slight bump to her AC, but it's still something.
And then since Faye is back, what did S get?
I took another level in Barbarian. So I now am up to 40 movement speed and 60, and like a good bump to my health. 64 health.
All right, and Clank took a level in Bard. So he is now level 4. So,
What a surprise.
yeah, it's like I'm making him just to like help out support wise. Anyway, so yeah, you just escaped from the tunnel, and figured out that S is an absolute beast, as was said before.
A pro sled pusher, if you will.
Some would say. But like I said, more importantly, level up. You have a couple days that we're able to rest before we're hopping back into it. During that time, transformation happens. S gets the rest. Exhaustion levels go away. Egan starts small fires here and there, probably.
Burn, baby, burn.
Forrest is allowed to play random music for people, because I don't know what Forrest would do, honestly.
That's pretty much what I do.
All right. So we are going to come back to everybody's in the meeting hall, and it's the entire game. All probably 35 warriors and support personnel, which probably 15, 20 of those as well. So probably a total of, give or take, can't do math right now. Wow, that's sad. 60-ish people in the camp, not including children, of course. Children are told to go play outside. And who you would have known to be the leader of the camp is kind of sitting up in the front, and like, all right, so obviously everybody knows that we have our new additions. Welcome. We did a really good job. We found out some really pertinent information. I believe I have given that information to the correct people. Mainly schedules and where people are stationed, and what we need to look out for. We have confirmed that the warehouse has burned down completely. The two beings that were stationed there, one was an elf, one was some sort of minotaur crystal thing. Apparently the minotaur got crushed by the cave-in. Good. And the elf, we assume, perished in the fire, but we can't guarantee that. Nor do we care, really.
He is very dead.
So, what I've brought you here for is we are going to be getting some missions really soon. I'm going to give each of you, take it a lot, going from highest rank down. Apologize for that. For some of you are very capable. However, this is just kind of how we work right now. So when that happens, I will let you guys know, let all of you know. And in the meantime, make sure you're ready for pretty much anything, just to be safe. Beyond that, everybody's dismissed.
We were able to get a copy of that list, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure that we had that.
So yeah, you guys have 3-4 days probably. Possibly 5 days, up to a week of downtime. What would everybody like to do?
Okay, I'll go first. Nothing too hard for Indigo. Indigo will get a new set of clothes, which we already. Okay, anyways, I'm distracted. New clothes, which I already paid for, and continue working on the martial weapons. Please and thank you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted too. Yeah, you can definitely get a new set of clothes. You can either get the ones that you have tailored to fit your size properly, or you can just get an entirely new set, whichever way you want to do.
Our new set. I already have all planned out.
Okay. It would probably take about a day to actually get made.
Okay. Indigo's new clothes are tight, light gray pants with a plain shirt and a nice white jacket over top with light gray and black trimming, white fingerless gloves, and white flat over-the-knee boots.
All right. So yeah, who would like to go next?
I guess I can go. S will check out the blacksmith if they have one, and probably try and see if she can find the person she was working with on the Tinker's tools to see if she can get a little bit more experience with that, but also just helping her on the blacksmith.
Okay, that is definitely easy enough to do. Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to play around with the fire sword. If they've got some short swords to sell.
They have short swords that they would give you to be able to try to play around with that.
Alright. I want to try to make a charged one, I guess. I'm still not
Okay.
100% about what's going on, but I would like to make flame swords of some sort.
Okay. So give me your attack roll for your spell.
Alright. Ooh, an 11.
Okay, so that one, because Flame Sword is level 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. So because of how I have the DC set, it is 14 plus spell level. So that would bring it up to 16, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So you failed by 5.
That's probably
So
bad.
you barely don't break the sword. However, you waste the material components for the casting, and you lose the spell slot.
It's 8 hours to try, right?
It largely depends on the words. It largely depends on the spell that is being cast. Most of your first, second level spells takes an hour or two. When you get to higher level spells, like 5th and above, it'll take 8 hours.
Rest up and try again a time or two.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah, you can do that once per day, is what I'm going to allow, but as long as you have the money for it.
All right, so that's 100 gold a pop to try because it's 50 gold per level, right?
Sounds about right.
I'll try again twice more then. If that's all right.
Okay.
Freaking 10. That's 6 failure.
Yep. That one explodes the sword.
Probably me.
No, you're not hurt. You didn't fail bad enough.
All right, one more shot. There we go, 19.
Okay, you do make one. Seems like third time's the charm.
There you go. So what does it do exactly now?
So you effectively get to activate it and use the spell Flame Sword 1d6 times.
I will, and then I don't have to concentrate on it because the sword's doing it.
Correct.
So 1d6 times, then it's gone, right?
Correct. Unless if you want to charge it back up. But it is a spell slot per charge.
But the gold no more?
No, you still have to spend half the material cost.
Okay. There we go, 6 charges.
You got lucky.
Hey Indigo, would you like to have a sword that'll set on fire on occasion? It's a short sword. It'll do just 3d6 fire damage, I believe.
That could come in handy. Yeah.
Here, try the sucker out. I'm a little scared of it.
Okay. Yeah. Give it to me then. I like this. All right. Indigo takes the flame sword.
So it's just 3d6 damage. I don't think it gets you dex bonus on
It actually would.
it. Oh, cool. Can she use it just as a short sword then? Or
Yes.
they, I mean?
You can use it as a short sword, and then when you activate it, it goes to 3d6 fire damage, plus your dex modifier.
Ooh.
Who's next?
Would I need to attune for the boots of springing and stepping? I believe they were called.
I believe so.
You also have the Cloak of Elvenkind, I think we discussed. Because that way you were at disadvantage for stealth, and with that you're a straight roll. As long as you have the attunement slot for it.
Okay.
Yeah, which you should, and that only takes a short rest. So
But I'll start off with the boots.
Yeah, you can do both at the same time. And I'm going to say that you probably did that before this point, like during that little gap that we didn't cover initially. So, during your post-meeting downtime, what would you like to do?
Is there a place where I can pick up some components?
Yes, there is.
I'll pick up some fur or feather from a beast is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, no, you can definitely get stuff like that. That's relatively common to get. You can get like a chicken feather and it covers that, so. And then the fur, you can just kind of like rip some off of somebody's cloak. Because, you know. Actually, let me go ahead and transfer you over here, and I will explain what each of these buildings are after Diana tells me what she has done.
Diana's probably gonna go on a little bit of a fact-finding mission because she's still a little bit disoriented. First thing she's gonna want to do is she's gonna want to see if she can poke around and find just like a general history of the resistance. When did it start? Who started it? What have been some key events that have led up till now? Maybe some key names that she needs to know besides the few that we've been introduced to. And then after that, she's gonna go digging a little bit harder into seeing exactly how much they know about her and her family and how they've been keeping tabs on them.
Okay.
I don't know how much I'll get in a few days, but that's what she'd do.
So give me a history check with advantage for the resistance thing.
Okay, let me pull up my modifiers. Okay, that's just a straight roll then. Okay, that's a not great. That's a 12.
Okay. You know the resistance has been around for quite a while. As with every monarchy, there's always going to be some sort of resistance. Especially when it's like actually like a real monarchy, not like Britain or England, rather. Well, yes, it's a figurehead. It's not actually like power. But anyway, more to the point. So yes, it's been around for quite a while. It's had many different leaders. The current one is a guy named Cleth, Kleth. That's the only name you can find. You don't have any further information. It's kind of like they're trying to hide it for safety purposes. You know, they've got factions everywhere, pretty much. The only place that they're having issues infiltrating is the actual like palace itself, which I don't think any of you actually know where that is, except for S. Is that something that you would also look into?
Yes, but she probably wouldn't probe too hard.
Okay. Give me just a straight, like, intelligence or investigation check for that specific piece of information. If you get a 10, you find it. If you don't, okay, cool.
I got a 9.
Okay, yeah, you, like, saw, like, a pamphlet and you're like, I'll get to it later, and then you forgot about it. And then as far as your family is concerned, give me an investigation check.
Come on, do better this time.
A little bit harder on this one.
So, I don't have a modifier on my investigation. Could I get it if I rolled a 20?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll. 17.
Okay, so they do know who you are. They do know your family because it is wealthy and has some power to it. They don't link your family directly to anything quote unquote dangerous for them. However, they don't have much else on your family. It looks like it's a very recent probe. And we have a husky. So yeah, it looks like it's a very recent probe into who you are and where you came from. But no specific details. All right. So like I said, a couple days go by. Each of you kind of do your own thing. Meanwhile, Clank's off doing his own thing with his own motives. And you start to hear some rumors around town that like the letters have come in, the correspondence is like ready to like be put out, but he hasn't called anything yet. There's been a couple people that have tried to get in and like look and ask questions, but they've all been kind of turned away. Seems like either they're just not ready for it, or there's something that's a problem with it. Is kind of the vibe you're getting from it. Specifically, those of you with good insight checks, just naturally, aka passively.
So, Egan and Indigo.
By correspondences, do you mean just like regular letters or specific ones?
The specific ones that he was talking about during the meeting.
Okay. I did forget to ask if S could send her letter off with someone.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, do we want to buy some diamonds? Or how many diamonds?
Start with one.
Yeah, at least one dose of Revivify.
What is that, 300 gold?
I believe so.
Is there a way we could find that? Can we find a 300 gold diamond here?
So technically speaking, if you want to pay 300 gold, it makes a 300 gold diamond. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific size. That's why there's a caveat to that. I'll just say that yes.
Just for Revivify, just the piece
Yeah,
of Revivify.
I'll let you spend 300 gold on a diamond.
You want me to spend it or group fund that?
We should group fund that.
Yeah, definitely group fund.
Forrest, are you going to keep Revivify up? Or prepared?
Yes. Yeah, I'll keep that prepared.
I'll show you where I keep the diamond and I'll just hang on to it. That's alright?
Sounds good.
Can I get everybody to make me a perception check, please?
Just a 14.
That's gonna be an 8.
That would
An
be
amazing 11. Oh, I'm sorry, Faye.
12.
11.
Okay.
Also got 11.
Okay. So we had 11, 11, 14. What did Diana and Ness get?
Diana got an 8.
12.
Wow, everybody rolled bad. Except
I
for
almost
Clank.
got a 19, but it landed like halfway in between 16 and 8, so I just re-rolled that.
Yeah. Clank got one of these. So, yeah. And Clank's got a pretty decent bonus to that. So, all of you are going about your merry business. And Clank kind of pulls all of you off to the side and is like, I heard something that is a bit of a and he kind of rubs his hands together and he looks a little bit nervous. A bit troubling. They said, or what I've heard, mind you, is they have mobilized all of the armada of Kefwolf. It will make sea travel exponentially harder.
That does not sound good, but are we going to be going on the sea anytime soon?
I mean, we're gonna have to, right? I mean, this is just one little outpost. I thought.
I mean, we are on the whole continent.
Okay, yeah, you got a point there.
Well, it'll certainly be a problem at some point. If not for us, at least for the mail. And supply lines.
That is true.
Also, the missions that we're supposed to be getting apparently are being delayed a few days. Probably to do with the mobilization, if I had to guess. So sit tight, I guess. I'm not sure, but that would make sense to me.
It's not like we have many more options.
Right. I would be curious if we could go to an actual city. Yeah. Or not. But I also want real tea. They don't have very good here.
That they certainly do not.
Definitely not. They definitely seem to prefer function over
Pleasure.
You should have
That
told me
works.
when we were getting supplies. I would have made sure to get some.
I also didn't expect to be marooned in icy hell. So
It's better than that desert, at least.
at least the desert had real tea.
It also had sand.
It gets everywhere. I'm sure if we talk to somebody, we can find out where the nearest city is.
Surely, but whether or not they let us go.
It's not always a matter of letting.
don't want to
Last time we sat
abandon the
around.
resistance.
Feels like every time we sit around, something awful happens anyway, so we might as well keep moving.
I think that's just how life works.
So, basically, you guys have a couple more days to kind of do stuff. There is actual like work that you can do if you want to get paid. And if you look at our wonderful map, I actually have numbered the buildings.
I don't see anything. It's just a black screen for me.
Okay. There we go. That's better. I hate it when it says, I'm just going to fog everything anyway. Any better?
Yes, thank you.
Much better.
All right. So, one sec. So, if you look at the map, one is the mess hall, so where everybody eats food, stuff like that. Number two, which is directly due east of that, that's kind of a long, skinny building, is the blacksmith. Number three, which is kind of between those two, is where like the apothecary is, or where potion making takes place. Number four, where is number four? Number four. Crap. I don't remember what number 4 was supposed to be. Anyway, number 5 is the tailors. Number 6 is kind of a everything building shrine, or shrine building rather. Like talk right. Number 7 is like a sparring hall. Number 8 is a community-based shrine. So like, it's not necessarily to a specific god, but anyone that has like a unity thing to it is specifically put there. Number 9 is for warriors, for protection, for strength, for whatever it might be like that. Number 10, there's actually a small school. There's a total of 5 kids and 1 teacher. So, and then 12, 13, and 14 are all sleeping chambers. 12 is for families, which is lower left-hand side. 13 is for men, and 14 are for women. Indigo can kind of choose where they want to go with that. And then number 15 is like the town hall, as it were. The only buildings that don't have like a quote-unquote job that you can do are 12, 13, and 14. So, by all means, it really bothers me. I don't remember what number 4 was supposed to be.
Tavern, obviously.
Probably, honestly. It is now. So, does anybody want to pick up a job? There's also, you can go hunting, like actually on a hunting party. No guaranteeing what you're going to be hunting for if you want to go do that. As well as if you want to do more skill building, you can do that.
S will kind of split her attentions between the temple to her deity, smithing, and trying to figure out how to tinker things.
Okay. Go ahead, because you have proficiency in smith tools. Go ahead and give me an athletics check with advantage.
That would be a natural 20 for a 27.
You make 15 gold for hard work and dedication over the course of 3 or 4 days. It's not a lot, but at least something. As far as the Tinker's tools, because you've been working on those for a while, go ahead and give me an intelligence check, please.
I rolled a 2.
The face said it all. Didn't hear what you said.
Oh,
Face said it all.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah, you don't really progress any further. I'll count it for progression purposes, but you don't make any progress.
The important thing is that you didn't lose any.
Yes. All right, who's next?
I'll go to the apothecary.
Okay. What would you like to do there?
Help with potions, maybe learn alchemy. I got herbalism, but try to learn alchemy kit too.
Okay. Alchemy is going to be for like poisons and stuff like that, and like alchemist fire and acids and such.
Okay, then not
If
there.
you're good with that.
Well, that's fine, but that's not what I would learn. I'll just go there and try to help out and make a quick buck.
If you're wanting to learn how to make like healing potions, herbalism actually does that.
Okay. Then yeah, I just want to work here then.
Do
Maybe
you
pick up-
have?
How about working towards some glass blowing tools then?
Okay. Yeah, that'd be with the smith. So yeah, you can split for that. Do you have nature?
Yes.
Okay, give me a nature check with advantage to make some potions.
21.
Right, you make approximately 2. You can keep 1, but they're going to sell the other one.
Just healing potions.
Yeah, just regular healing potions.
It's all the same. I'll let them sell both and maybe take half the profit off of one or something. So I've got
Okay.
one now.
Yeah, that works.
So say 25 or 20 gold or something.
Yeah, 25 gold. All right.
I'll go
who's
next. Me, Indigo. I don't know why I said that like some fat plumber. Anyways, Indigo will actually go and see if they could be of assistance using their forgery kit with the resistance. I don't know if they need anything like that, but let's see if
As a
can
matter of
try that.
fact, yes, they do.
love it.
You head to the quote-unquote city hall, and you kind of give an inquiry of what you heard from Clank, and they straight out tell you, yeah, it's true. So we are actually in dire need of that. You have deception, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so give me a deception roll with advantage.
Deception with advantage. This one. My deception is right there. Ooh, I got good deception. Okay, I rolled an 18 for a total of 28.
Okay, yeah, that's actually really good. You crank out like 6 or 7 like false leads and false movements, and you kind of just hand them over to whoever the spy master is at the time, because they kind of have 2 or 3 that kind of rotate out. But yeah, you are actually well compensated for that. They give you 50 gold.
Lovely. Nice doing business with you.
Diana or Horace?
Yeah, okay. Catching wind of what Indigo's been up to, Diana would probably actually take interest in that and actually approach her about teaching her how to use forgery tools.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
So that seems like a skill she could utilize even outside this situation.
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
comes in handy.
Yeah, you can spend a couple days studying with all of them. It's not just Indigo. It's Indigo is another little halfling guy. There's a human that's in there just scribbling away 24/7. Sorry. And more importantly, the leader of the camp is sitting there doing it too. Just scribbling away. They're all trying to teach you something. But yeah, you don't make enough progress to actually do anything yet. Because you realistically wouldn't pick up on it that quickly. But you definitely get a couple tips and pointers. The next time you go to do that, if you go to do that, you will have advantage, but not after that, unless if you gain proficiency before that.
Okay.
How about Forrest?
He's also going to head to the temple where his goddess is and help maintain it.
Okay. Well, you're actually approached, and they specifically are like, do you know how to heal more than just wounds? Do you know how to heal the soul? Do you know how to heal the mind? We've got a bunch of soldiers coming in. Apparently they got attacked. We're just kind of looking to help people get through that.
I can't say I know much, but I am willing to lend a hand.
Every little bit will help. Every little bit, I'm sure, wouldn't hurt necessarily. They're just you'll see them when they come in. Thank you. You'll see them when they come in. They'll be coming over the glacier. I don't know exactly what they got attacked by, but I know it wasn't pretty. Would you like to do anything else? Because you do have a couple days before that happens.
I will also head into the tavern, see if there's anything, any type of news I can pick up.
As far as new news, not really. Apparently there's a Verdant that grew and is a really good forger. But beyond that, no, not really. Some of the people from the ship, however, are like, hey, you're the one that played on the ship, right?
Yes, I am.
Would you mind playing something with that Kenku guy over there? He's been trying to drum up something, but he only plays the drums.
Yeah, sure. I'm friends with him, so I'll give him a hand.
All right, go ahead and give me. Actually, I'll do the performance with advantage because I think his is slightly better, technically speaking.
So got a 13 and another 13. So that would be performance 15 altogether, or 18. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So we're gonna go with Clank's roll because he's rolled slightly better than yours. But yeah, between you two, you managed to like brighten everybody's spirits with the recent news. Kind of had everybody down, so you do increase morale throughout the tavern at the very least. People kind of cycle in throughout the day, and you bring people's spirits up, and everybody kind of feels a little bit better. So yeah, everybody kind of goes through their next couple days doing what I said you did. And on the fourth day, morning of the fourth day, you see just obviously downtrodden, small pack of people. Probably 12 of them come in. 6 of them are on sleds, and they're like bloody and bruised, and the other 6 are dragging them, and it's not a pretty sight. They get into camp, and they're like the frogs, man. I don't know what possessed them, but the frost toads, they just came out of nowhere and just swarmed us. The leader kind of looks at him and is like, "What? The frost toads? You mean the pack animals that like people use as oxen here?" Yeah, they turned on us. I don't know what happened. The cleric that originally talked for us comes up to him and is like, "This is the group of people that I was talking about. If you can help, cool. If you can't, cool. A little bit of help wouldn't hurt. At least tend to the wounded if you can. We're going to ask the fire guy, wherever he is, to do the same, because I know he's also a cleric."
I'll do what I can.
Do we all see this?
Yes, everybody sees it.
Okay, S will help move them, considering she can probably deadlift a bunch of these people.
Yeah, S works as a nurse's aide, effectively, doing all the bad jobs.
I get 1 cast of Cure Wounds, too, by the way.
Oh, nice. These are the non-cure wounds type of wounds, unfortunately. While you're moving people, you come across this older gentleman. He stands out a little bit because he's got a holy symbol around his neck, but he's completely unconscious. And one of the, I guess you would call them guards, it was really weird. They all started attacking him specifically first. I don't know what was going on. I know he's like our captain, but that I gotta go talk to. And he kind of like throws up his hands and starts walking out to the city hall. So what would everybody like to do?
Whose holy symbol is he wearing?
Yeah, I want to check that out.
Jorn Glothhammer.
Do we know anything about Jorn Glothhammer?
You know he is lawful neutral, and he is absolutely anti-undead. God of strength and protection, and life, I believe.
Is the guy conscious?
Not currently.
Okay.
What do we know about frost toads?
Give me a nature check.
I'm sorry, nature. I think it's just a +2. Let me double check that. Yes. 19. I'm rolling decent.
You said 19?
Yes, sir. 19.
Okay. Typically they're not a huge threat. There is a reason why they use them kind of like sled dogs here. For lack of like better analogy. They're more attuned to the cold than any other animal, really. And they are strong, mind you, but they're not overly intelligent. Like they wouldn't band together in like a war pack or anything. And individually, you can probably take one of them by yourself. You get a pack of them, like 20, 30 of them, they can be dangerous. Apparently, they got a pack of them for this particular group of people.
Right? So these creatures aren't intelligent. Do we think maybe they got, I don't know, magicked into, attacking the group or something?
I'd say it's just about as likely as anything else at this point.
Well, you are a little bored, Diana. It sounds like we have something to do now. It has been a long time since I have had frog legs.
Can I check out the unconscious dude, see if there's a way I can get him conscious?
Yeah, go ahead and give a medicine check.
20.
You would be willing to say it's probably better to leave him asleep right now. It seems like he got hit in the head real hard, possibly having some brain injury currently, and sleep is probably the best thing for him.
So he's not in danger of dying or anything, just needs to rest, whatever caused his problem.
Yeah.
But I'll go on to the next one then.
You kind of run through and you find a couple of them will probably need like their leg amputated because it was just badly broken and never really reset. Which it started to like fester and get infected. And there's really not a good way for you guys to treat it. So, like I said, probably 2 of them will need that. But for the most part, everybody's wounds aren't necessarily terrible. It's just, it's going to take a while for them to heal. There's one guy with a broken arm. There's another one with a broken collarbone. Most of the ones that were walking in have like broken ribs and such, or like a dislocated shoulder that they poorly reset. And you can do that by yourself. But yeah, for the most part, everybody's going to be okay. It's just going to take a while.
So these guys, they obviously have like showing signs of like mental trauma and stuff, right?
Yes, absolutely. Most of them, they're like shaking, and it's not even from the cold necessarily. You can definitely tell like signs of like PTSD is gonna present themselves. A couple of them have possible brain injury that doesn't require like just major rest, like actual like concussion and stuff like that. And then there's one guy that he just keeps like muttering to himself. They came out of the ice, and he's like super paranoid and won't go anywhere near like the glacier anymore. Like immediately when he sees actual land, he runs straight into a house and will not go outside.
Can I talk to him, see if I can calm him down?
Yeah. Like I said, you go into the house and you go into the house and he's sitting there. He's kind of rocking, staring at the glacier. And he's like, "Are they coming for me still?"
No, they're a long way away from here. You're safe.
Are you sure that they were following us for like a day, and I could hear them. I could hear them croaking at night. I can still hear them croak. I can hear them smacking against the ice, and I can hear them.
I understand you went through a very difficult moment back there.
Give me an insight check.
$20.
That's pretty good. You can kind of tell that beyond the like apparently immediate phobia, there was something else that was in there that caused this with them. This isn't necessarily a natural progression. It doesn't usually set on this path. And the fact that he's still hearing like the croaks, even though there's nothing around, isn't necessarily uncommon because you have trauma like that. You still hear things, you still see things, you still smell things. However, he's sitting inside. He's nice and warm now. He's obviously safe. And like he's jumping at everything. Absolutely everything. And it's only been 2 days. Like I said, trauma does present itself like that. However, this seems slightly unnatural, slightly possibly magical in nature. And he kind of stares at you and he's like, "You see them, right? You see them in the blizzard. And mind you, it's a clear sunny day out."
I do not, I'm sorry.
They're there, and he points out the window and he's pointing at S. He's like, behind her, they're there, they're staring at me. I can see them.
Us will turn around. There's nothing behind her, right?
No, they're inside. You're outside.
Oh, I thought you said you
Yeah,
pointed
it's
at
all good.
her.
Give me a persuasion check for us.
Roll to 1. Can I use the luck to roll a second time?
Yep. Yeah.
Got a 20.
All right, that's good enough. You sit there and you kind of like hold his hand and calm him down, and eventually he stops freaking out so bad. He's still saying that like there's a blizzard outside and you can see him, but he calms down enough to where like he's speaking more coherently now, and like he's taking directions from other people, not just you. And once you get him to that state, somebody comes in and is like, all right, we need you to like, we appreciate you doing this with him. There's a couple others that are similar. Obviously, whatever you did worked well. If you can keep doing that, by all means.
Yeah, you might want to take a look at these guys because there's something a little more going on here. I think they might be magically enhancing their trauma somehow.
Noted. And they kind of thank you and they pat you on the back. And what is Indigo and Diana doing during this time?
Yes, Di, what are we doing?
Dude, I don't know. Diana's not really one to go play nurse. She'd probably... I don't know, she'd probably try and listen in on, like, reports or something like that. See if she can just keep an eye on the flow of information.
Yeah. So you're kind of helping Spy Master of trying to get useful information from people. That sound about right?
Mhm.
Okay. Whichever one of you two that wants to roll me an investigation check, do so with advantage.
My investigation's not great.
It's
I got
better
it.
than mine. I have +0, so you do it.
Okay, you got it. Let's see.
This is such a smart group, you guys.
I rolled a 2 to 3, or no, a 3 to 4. I'm sorry. So that is a total of 6.
Shit, maybe I should have rolled.
I think you should have.
To be fair, the majority of them are having the same types of issues. There's a lot of incoherent babbling and like obvious signs of other non-physical injuries. So trying to parse through that, especially somebody that doesn't, or people that don't necessarily deal with that very often, is well, buttons, you know how that works. It's hard for people that don't know how to handle it. So for you to roll like that and get that, that's actually pretty on point. The rest of the day kind of goes that way. Bry helping out, getting people where they need to be, getting treatments, Egan playing nurse, Forrest playing psychologist, psychiatrist, kind of both cards.
Therapist.
And Diana and Indigo trying to help where they can, but kind of being out of their league. That night, the leader of the camp kind of gathers everybody back together, minus the people that are actively still taking care of the one that just came in. And you're all there. And he's like, so I'm going to be straight with you, all of you. The reports about the Armada, they're true. Everybody knows that at this point. The part that we didn't tell you, and the part that we really, really didn't want to tell you, but now has become very, very evident and pertinent, is some of the Crown Guard have vacated the palace. We suspect the Ice Toads to have been controlled by number 4, I believe, and militarized. So, yeah. And on that list that they gave, the Crown Guard, they don't have names. They just have numbers. They don't know how old they are. They know what heritage/race they are. And they know a general specialty. They don't know names or ages. This particular one, and I got to make sure that I didn't misspeak. Wait, sorry, number 5. Not number 4. Number 4 is something completely different. Number 5 is a turtle that apparently does well with animals and animal husbandry and controlling animals and stuff like that. He's like, if that is the case, then we need to spend the next couple days packing up and getting out of here. I don't know exactly where we're gonna go, but we definitely need to think of that as a possibility, or at the very least be ready to bunker down somewhere in case if they come this way. Because I don't know a whole lot about them. I'm not gonna lie. I just know what they can do, and it's not good. Does anybody have
there for a bug out?
That wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. We're not going anywhere until our friends that just joined us are all at least conscious. We've got a couple that are still unconscious, and we plan to let them stay that way as long as they need to. Specifically, Logan, the captain that came in. He's probably going to be our best bet to combat that particular situation. So, does anybody have any concerns or questions?
I mean, do you need us to, like, check out on the frost toad's breeding area or something? I don't know.
That would actually probably be a good idea. Go out there, just make sure that there's nothing coming. We'll probably send a couple teams out. I know I've got my hunters that I'm going to send out. If we've got a group of like 4, 5, 6, up to 8 probably, that wants to volunteer to go out in an opposite direction so we can cover more ground. By all means, we're going to go ahead and do that. But until then, everybody's going to stay in here, unless if you've got special permission to go elsewhere.
Is there a bolt hole that you have?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Is there a bolt hole that you have? Somewhere to go?
And he kind of strokes his chin a little bit, and he's like, "It kind of depends which way we got to go. If we go out to sea, we go to one of the nearest closest smaller islands and just kind of hide out there. If we got to go inland, closest place we have," and he kind of thinks, he's like, closest safe place that we have is probably Zenith. It's about 3 days northeast.
We'll turn to the group and just kind of be like, well, do we want to check out the toads?
Better than just sitting here doing nothing.
Agreed. Maybe while we're out, we can also check on, a new home, so to speak.
Yeah, I'd like to see what's really going on with these toads.
Yeah, let's go.
We are going to have to be careful though, because we don't want to end up like these people.
How long were they out there for?
So that group typically stays out on the ice. I think this one was about 35 days that they were out there. But it took them about 3 days to get here. Well, maybe 2. So they were relatively close to us. That's why they came to us and not somewhere else. They didn't want to go to a big city because then questions.
Do we know when things started to go bad?
We haven't gotten that far yet with any of them, unfortunately.
I think that is some information that we need before we head out.
That would probably be positive information to have. So yeah, if you want to take 24 hours and try to get some of the information out of some of them, of exactly what happened, by all means, go ahead and do that. But we couldn't get any of that information ourselves.
We will try.
I can be very persuasive when I need to be.
By all means, you are more than welcome to try.
Then try we shall.
And with that, he kind of dismisses everybody. There's one other person that's willing to go with you. Clank is adamant that he's not going on that freaking ice unless he has to. However, a human is willing to go out with you. And it's actually one of the people that just came in. He seemed to be one of the more sane ones.
Insight check him.
What is your name, my good man?
Mark.
Why are you willing to go out again?
I know it sounds crazy, but we're part of a brotherhood, and something bad happened to my brothers, and I wasn't there to help it. I saw the tail end of it, which is probably why I'm not as messed up as they are. And I want to figure out how I can help.
Were you off on a patrol?
I was forward scout. When I came back to screaming, basically. And I shot a couple of ice toads. I can show you exactly where we were attacked. But I can't really tell you too much beyond that.
How long were you gone from them?
Typically, I'm ahead of them about 2.5 hours. So.
And how many days ago was they attacked?
2. At this point, I guess it was technically 3 because we got in yesterday.
So as they were attacked, and then you saw them within a few hours, and then came here.
Pretty much, yeah.
That seems very sudden.
And that's why we're curious as to exactly what the heck's going on. Because I didn't see anything. And neither did any of the other guys. It's like they just dropped in on top of us.
Or it sounds like they burrowed up from the ice from the ravings that we've been hearing.
That's the thing, is I didn't see any of that. But, I mean, I'm not necessarily the best one we've got, but I'm not bad. Like I said, I'm willing to at least show you where it was. I'm not gonna go super deep into the investigation, though, because I've had my fill, unfortunately. And plainly, I'm sorry.
What's his demeanor? Does he seem like he's lying? Is he like hiding something?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still want to insight check him.
17.
I lost my dice. That's a lot. That's crap. Brain. No. That's D&D Beyond.
I got a 19.
Sorry, I can't remember what my thing is now that I leveled up. I know it's higher. I apologize. And D&D Beyond was like, I'm broken.
Did our did our proficiency go up? I forgot to add that to my stuff.
Yes, it did.
So everything I've rolled today has been +1 that I've said.
Good job, Faye. Okay, I'm sorry. 9 plus 19 is a crap ton. 28.
Yeah, that I couldn't get that if I tried. So, what did Forrest roll?
I got a 16.
Okay. And S rolled a...
It would be an 18.
Okay. Everybody rolled fairly decent. However, the only two that know that this guy's not telling the entire truth is Diana and Indigo.
Indigo gives a knowing look to Diana.
Diana gives her a look back. Now, darling, we're putting our lives on the line for you and your brothers. Are you sure you told us everything?
And he kind of gives you a look and he's like, yeah, yes. Why?
Thing before I step into a situation.
Yeah, no, that's everything, I think.
Just kind of gives him a look, but seems to accept it.
Give me an intimidation with disadvantage. For the non-verbal intimidation.
It's okay, I still got a dirty 20.
And he just kind of looks at you, he's like, okay, yeah, there was something else. It was more than just the stupid toads. That did come from above us. I don't know what it was. It was big, it had wings, and it looked like it had icicles.
Looked like it had what?
Icicles hanging from it.
Does that ring a bell?
Give me either an Arcana or a Nature. The Arcana will be a lower DC.
Nine for Indigo.
13 nature.
Nope.
I got a
24.
17 Arcana.
24 nature.
I also got 17 Arcana.
Okay, so Arcana rolls are good. Nature for Egan, good. It's Frostrake.
Fantastic.
Mark, you cannot be lying to us if we are going to be traveling with you.
I'm not lying to you. I don't know what it was.
You told us that you didn't see anything other than the toads, and now we find out that you saw some flying fuck.
Didn't think it was related, to be honest with you.
We cannot have you with us if you are going to be doing this.
Oh, I'm sure he'll prove himself this time.
He just kind of glares at Diana. And he's like, yeah, I'll, let me know when we're gonna go.
S will slap him on the back hard enough to make him move a little bit.
Give me a strength check.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, you try.
10. Well, she'll give him a good hearty slap on the back.
He moves a little bit, but not nearly as much as you were hoping for. So yeah, if you want to get any last minute provisions, by all means, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, get some rations that'll keep us for a while. I don't remember how many we have left without flipping through stuff, but...
Yeah. For this, they would just give you the rations. So you don't actually have to buy them.
Yeah. Hopefully some tinder and stuff too, so we can make some fires.
Stuff in the bag of holding?
Yeah.
And we still have our climbing gear, so we should be good there, and extra rope and stuff.
And I believe we got warm winter gear before all this and everything.
Yes.
You did.
I don't know of anything else we might need.
Is there a part of the winter gear, does that like have stuff to help walk on ice?
Or snowshoes?
You can get snowshoes.
Would snowshoes be better, or the I can't think of the name, but basically cleats?
Yes, the cleats would be better for this particular venture.
I want some of those.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And or both, so you don't sink into the snow. Or is that just ice? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought we were like on ice. Or going
Yeah, it's
to
all
ice.
Okay, ice. Okay, yeah, then the ice shoes. How much?
They would be willing to lend you them.
Okay.
As long as they get brought back, one way or another.
As long as we do not die, they will come back with us.
I am having the hardest time finding what I'm looking for. Probably because I'm not looking in the right spot.
That would often do that.
I haven't opened up this book in a little bit, so I forgot. My bad. Not in that book either.
Is there anything else we need? So we got rations, bundles of wood. We got snowshoes or ice shoes for everyone.
Sled, maybe, to just pull all of our supplies with us.
Oh yeah, having a little sled would be handy, even if we don't do too much with it first off.
Okay. Yeah.
Just in case we have to haul a body back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure taking a beast of burden with us would be a good idea, though, from some thing.
Doesn't have
Yeah,
to be a beast of
cricket.
burden. I've got the cricket, and we can pull the sled. And the cricket shouldn't be considered an animal because it's a construct.
Yep. There we go. I found it.
So yeah, a little sled that can fit 1 or 2 people would be. We could try to scrounge up.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do that. It's not too hard to find what you're looking for, at the very least. So when do you head out? You head out the next day or that same day?
Next morning.
I mean, unless we can leave by like noon that same day, maybe, just to kind of get ahead of things. But I'm fine either way. Next morning's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I guess if the time is like past midday, then we should wait. But if it's earlier than that, we could probably head out. I wouldn't want to be ambushed at night.
Okay, yeah, so you'd probably wait till the next day.
Assuming we have permission to leave.
You would. Sorry. Rescaling something because it did not come out right.
Takes your time. Gives me a minute to catch up on my notes.
You're good. That's slightly better. All right. So, what I'm going to need you to do is I need everybody to make me a survival check to like be able to not get completely lost. It's really hard up here to like stay in the right direction. So group check will be
11.
needed.
Please tell me this is a group check.
Yeah,
It
but
is
22.
16.
I rolled a wonderful 9.
Okay. So yeah, with the direction of Mark, you are pointed in a direction, and you seem to be following the same direction. It is extremely hard. There's no landmarks to go off of. You have the sun. That is it. However, you also have another issue that you have to deal with. Besides the cold, because it is cold, you're effectively standing on a mirror. It's extremely bright as well. So, but you do manage to stay in the same direction for the first day. Second day, can I get everybody to make me that same check?
13.
Better. 15.
19.
17.
16.
Okay. So yeah, Mark keeps trying to tell you guys it's one direction. You're like, no, I think it's this way because this would make more sense. Because he was trying to take you back the direction that you came from. Either he's getting cold feet, pardon the pun, or he legitimately just kind of forgot which way was which. However, you're like, it makes more sense to be in this direction. You walk about 7-8 hours, and you come across just a giant, like, red mark on top of the ice.
Is it blood?
Yes, it is.
Is there any bodies? Any signs of a battle?
There are signs of a battle. There are no bodies. However, there are drag marks that kind of pull the blood away.
Ooh, we should probably follow those.
Hang on, is this fresh, or does this look like the remnants of a 3 or 4 day old battle?
It looks like the correct age. Things have started to turn from red to brown.
So this is probably where the attack happened.
Yes. You can see like spots where like the frogs damaged the ice here and there, and then you see large gouge marks as well.
Does it look like the frogs came up from the ice?
No. The ice looks largely undisturbed.
Interesting. Because the one guy said that the croaking was coming like from the ice, right?
From the blizzard.
Oh, I thought it was from like under the ice.
Well, if those gouge marks are any indication, I'd say that's proof positive that there's something bigger than those frogs here.
Indeed.
With
I
any
think we
luck,
should
it
take
ate
time.
the frogs.
Go ahead.
I said, with any luck, it ate the frogs.
If we're lucky. I think we should take this time to really check out this area, see if we can gather as much information as possible.
Can I get Egan and Forrest to give me a survival check, please?
24.
Okay.
20.
Okay. I will give you the pertinent information at the correct time. So,
Does this look like the appropriate? Does the bloodstains look like the appropriate amount of bloodstains for the survivors, or is there something to be suspect there?
there is a little bit more blood than you expected, but given there were probably casualties, that would make sense.
I was just gonna
That's
say
what I
we
was-
forgot
I-
to ask if there were any.
Yeah, I was wondering if the amount of blood matches up with the reports, I guess.
Mark, how many people did you lose in your squad?
5 or 6.
Shedley follows the drag marks then?
I don't see any other choice right now. Or a better plan.
Then off we go. Slowly and carefully. I think.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check or a perception check, whatever is better for you.
$17.
16 for Indigo.
12.
9.
25.
Okay. Egan leads the charge. He finds small droplets here and there. He finds bits of torn clothing. However, after about an hour and a half, the trail goes completely cold, so to speak. But more alarming, Forrest and Egan, you pick up on the wind starting to pick up a little bit. Seems like a blizzard's coming.
Folks, we better figure out some sort of shelter, I guess. Weather's going to turn bad on us.
Shit. I think
Oh,
we have
great,
some
more
tents.
toads.
Yeah, we might need to prepare a good bit because those guys. Because Mark did say that the toads got dropped from the sky, and it was during the blizzard, so.
Agreed. The blizzard might be a smokescreen, if you will.
I'm very excited to see what way those gouge marks.
Is there any defensible position, rock outcropping, something?
You can probably find like a quote unquote foxhole in the ice and like build some sort of shelter over top of you.
Let's do it. I have a sledgehammer. Can crack
Oh,
at the
crowbar.
ice.
I got a crowbar. I can help you out with that. Not very strong, but
I would have to pull out the cricket, but I keep a sledgehammer on the cricket.
That's handy.
That's what I thought.
All right. So yeah, you do make like a makeshift shelter. You hollow out some of the ice a little bit. You make a little dome over top of you. And sure enough, the blizzard comes in and it comes in hard. So much so that after about an hour of just the constant winds, the the roof kind of starts picking up a little bit, and you can start seeing outside of it. You can start to hear outside of it, and the wind is just whipping. However, it's not nearly as cold as you expected. Diana, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. And there's a reason why you're doing this and not anybody else.
It's
That has
just
something to
smart
do
as
with
you want.
backstory.
See, that is going to be. You said Arcana. That's going to be a 22.
Okay. You know, certain scaled and winged creatures, let's put it that way, have the ability to make supernatural weather patterns come about that don't follow normal logic. Blizzards that aren't necessarily ultra cold, thunderstorms that are very directed, sandstorms that destroy specific things, tidal waves that hit a town but not the rest of the coast, that type of stuff.
Oh, fuck, this is going to be fun.
Oh boy.
Hope you guys are ready to fight a dragon.
So how long are you gonna camp out there, and are you going to disseminate that information to everyone?
No toads have been falling, right? Because it's blizzarding on top of us now.
Yeah, it is. Seems like it's swirling around you, actually.
Oh, that's
Not necessarily directly on top of you, swirling around, but like it's every which way.
okay. Lovely. Do we hear anything beyond the wind?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage, please, for everybody.
Sorry, did you say disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay, just double check.
14.
I'm not even going to bother to roll disadvantage because I rolled a 2 and I have a +0 to... Wait, no, perception? That's +4. And it's still a 6. Can't really roll much worse than that at this point.
Yeah, 14 for me.
14.
28.
Yeah.
Holy crap, Egan. Brain, please work. That's 14.
Yeah, so a bunch of 14s, a 6, and a 28. Egan, you hear something walking across the ice. However, it's small. Not like small size, but like it's a lot smaller than like a dragon that would do that.
Even with that, do I get a sense of direction where it's coming from?
North-ish.
Sort of look that way and see if I can see anything.
Yeah, north-ish.
Can I see out that way?
Give me just a second. So I'm gonna put this up so everybody can see it. So that's what you see. You see 3, probably like Great Dane sized icy lizards and 3 humanoid things shuffling along. Specifically, they kind of look like that, just not as awesome.
Describe. I don't have the pictures up on our recording.
They kind of look like a no-armed dragon. They're walking on their wings. They almost look like they're made out of ice, but they're definitely not. They have a deep blue color. The other ones, like I said, they're humanoid. You can't quite make them out fully. They look to be about 80 feet from you at the closest point.
Are they heading towards us?
At this point, it kind of looks like they're moving in a circle around you.
Hey, I don't know what to do with that, but I'll relay the information.
That is not good. Do we want to attack them on our terms, or wait until they surround us?
Well, they obviously know we're here.
So it would seem I would rather, bring the fight to them instead of them, creeping up on us.
Then we will charge.
Not that I'm not a fan of violence, but are we sure that these folks need to be attacked? I mean, we're like 90%, I guess.
It does not seem like they're giving us a choice.
It also doesn't seem like they're properly folks either.
Also, it would seem that these are the creatures that Diana was telling us about that might be making the storm right on top of us. If we want to get out of the storm, I think they're gonna have to die.
Are they like circling where we are? Are they spreading out? Are they walking away?
Like I said, they are, as a matter of fact, circling where you're at.
So they're not creating a circle around us. They are just like walking around us.
Yeah, they're like walking a perimeter around.
Okay.
It's like they can smell you, but they can't find you.
Ah.
If you were to go off of how an animal works.
I mean, I've got a good opening number if we want to start dancing with them, that's for sure.
You can do what you're going to do, and then I will run out after it.
Yeah, I'll run with you, Az.
Diana will pull out her fans and say, "Let's go."
Alright, Egan.
That's my
Fireball him.
Yeah, deck save, please.
Alright.
17.
All of them except for one failed.
28, just a shade above average.
So, what's 2 times 28? 40, 56?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So this is what happens. Egan says fireball, and these ones kind of go like this. And there's one left. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Amazing.
Well done.
First fireball and they're vulnerable to it. That's pretty handy.
It's like I did that specifically for you or something.
19.
13.
Oh, I did decent. I got a 21.
22.
That's the best. Well, yeah, you're the rogue.
I also get advantage on initiative.
18 for me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that'd be a 20 for me.
A 20 what?
Just a 20. Nope. I lied. I can't count. It's a 19. Jesus.
All right, Indigo. You go first.
Oh, what a surprise! Can't get melee with it though, which is annoying. So I'm just gonna come out just a bit, so I can actually see this sucker and pull out my short bow.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage, yes. Okay, so that's not awesome, but it is a, I think, 19. Sorry, I don't have my brain functioning. Yeah, that's a 19.
19 will hit.
Okay. And that is a d6 damage. I don't know why I'm trying to roll 2. Ooh, decent damage. That is 11 damage. And that's
That's pretty good.
pretty much all I can do right now.
All right, Diana, it is your turn.
Okay, yes, okay. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna follow Indigo out of the foxhole. Okay. Select. There we go. That's my movement, 30 feet. Because I don't have the fun monk movement quite yet. And then, let's see, how far does that put me from the beastie? 60 feet. Cool. I am within range of most of my stuff.
Okay. All
But
ranged attacks will be at disadvantage, just to let you know.
yes. I will go ahead and pop it off with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So it's a disadvantage. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
You're lucky because the other dice was a crit. Okay, so that's going to be 11 damage.
Right. Diana,
Yes.
do you have anything else to do?
No.
All right, S, it is your turn.
She's gonna draw the sword and shield and charge up to it. And I get about... Oh, come on. Hit select. Dang it. I get... There.
So, fairly close. Egan, it is your turn.
I'll try to get within about 60 feet of it and toll the dead on another DC 17.
That is wisdom, correct?
Yes.
Copy. I fail.
8 damage. I'll look around, see if there's anything else coming around we can see.
Does not look so. Horace, it is your turn. I can't hear you.
So I went ahead and jumped out of the foxhole, but I'm still too far to really do anything.
Okay. You got a spell that you want to try to cast?
What was that?
Do you have any spells that you want to cast or anything?
Yeah, I'm not close enough for any of them.
All right. So, as this thing is going to fly over your head, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Even though I don't have reach.
Actually, it can't quite make it far enough to do what I was wanting to do. Still going to give you that attack of opportunity. However, It's going to come right up next to you. And it will basically breathe really cold breath on you. And I need a constitution save as well.
Okay. I just check something. I rolled an 8. Okay, so I have a +8 to hit now on my sword. So I rolled a 16.
That will definitely hit.
I forgot to change all those numbers. Rolled a 1. Shit. So 6 slashing. And then you said a constitution save?
Yes.
15.
Okay. So you seem to be good. So you don't drop what you're holding. However, your sword becomes ice cold.
Ice cold enough that I'm worried it's going to break?
There's a possibility of it.
Okay.
However, you also take 14 cold damage.
Okay.
And that blue area around him is difficult terrain.
Okay. Oh, then was that in effect when I charged up? Because I wouldn't have been able to get that close.
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
You said 14 damage?
Yep, 14 cold damage. 7 cold damage, rather. Sorry. Half.
I wasn't raging.
I know, but you passed the save.
Oh, okay.
I messed up on that one. I apologize. Indigo, it is your turn.
Radio, I'm seeing that it's harder to get to this creature now. They will just move up about 30 feet and try again with the bow, so still at disadvantage.
Yes.
Crap. Probably. With my information on, that's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. And you cannot not kill it, so
Okay, cool.
you hit it like you hit a deer, and it drops. The blizzard does not subside.
Well, I kind of thought that would do it. I'm a little upset by that. Ez, you okay?
It is very cold. She'll put her sword away and like kind of pat her arms, trying to get warm.
Yeah. You hear the blizzard kind of quiet down a little bit. Snow's still whipping, wind's still blowing, but it's quieter. And you do hear crunches on the snow. Coming from the western side of where you're at, a large white dragonborn steps out.
S will, instead of pulling out her sword, she'll pull out a javelin that she had on her.
It'll hold its hands up. Like, just here to talk.
Zentalk.
Good job killing my pets, by the way. Your little fireball trick. Good to know that you have it. You're the ones from TPKrit, right?
Who wants to know?
Me.
And who are you?
I'm a little bit offended you don't know.
Does S know?
They were on that list. Let's put it that way. It's a hunter. Not a seeker.
But S doesn't recognize her by sight?
No.
Okay. I assume you are with the crown then, but that does not tell me who you are.
And they kind of sigh a little bit, and they drop their hood, and it's a younger female, white dragonborn. Like, I'm Mikava. This situation right here, it seems a little bit one-sided. I'm gonna take self-preservation, and I'll just hit my ride out of here. Good to know what all of you can do.
How far away is she?
She'd probably be smart enough to be like 50, 60 feet away.
So still within range of the bow.
Yes, technically speaking.
If I run and dash, can I still do a bonus action?
Yes.
Come on,
You're
Ez.
lucky you have blind
Do
sight.
it and I'll shoot the bow.
What?
Do it,
You're
and I'll
lucky you
shoot
have
the bow.
blind sight, otherwise that'd be a disadvantage too.
Why? Is it dark?
No, just the snow blind.
Oh, yeah, I do have blind sight. Shit. I want to charge her and headbutt her.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't do this, but I don't care.
Go ahead and roll me that attack.
Natural 20.
Okay. Go ahead and do the damage. And then make me a dex save.
Roll the 5. Yeah, I don't think the bonus action got any stuff added to it, so it's just 5. I rolled an 8. You said a dex?
Yes.
Is it a spell?
It is a spell.
Okay, so I
It's
get...
a fire spell, actually.
I get advantage on rolls on spells cast within 5 feet of me because I got Mage Slayer.
Nice.
That is much better. I rolled 14 on that one.
Okay, 14 total.
Yes. I rolled
Okay, you still fail.
like a 4 on my first one. So
Yeah, you still fail. This is gonna hurt.
I think I get a reaction attack.
I think as a Mage Slayer you do.
Yeah, I get a
and
reaction to
Indigo-
spells.
And Indigo would also shoot as soon
You
as
take
they see.
17 fire damage with Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. And then can I attack with? I had the lance out or the javelin out. Can I attack
you
with
can do
that? Dirty 20?
That'll hit.
6.
Okay. You hit her a couple good times. She lights you on fire, and she's like, "I'm not gonna play with you," and she just kind of like poofs away. And she pulls out a whistle and blows it, and it is the most high-pitched, annoying bullshit whistle you can possibly think of. If any of you were like a tabaxi, I would make you roll for hurt ears. And you hear a large set of wings. And it's like, if you do it again, you will die where you stand. As just a crunch of ice behind the Dragonborn happens. Then you just see a large white head come over and kind of grabs one of the horns and flops up on top of the head. And it's like I said, I was gonna let you live. Probably should just kill you, but I'm not going to. Meet my friend. They like to stay hidden. And they just fly away. And within 20 minutes, Blizzard's gone.
S will just let out a scream of rage.
Well, hell.
Can't hear you, Buttons.
It's okay, I was muttering to myself anyway.
What would you all like to do?
Hey, where's Mark?
Hiding in the foxhole. Probably pissed himself, to be honest with you.
I mean, that's a proper reaction to seeing a dragon.
Diana will
Man up,
haul
boy,
him out
let's
of the
go.
foxhole and lead him to the slide, because he's probably not going to be in any fit state to be moving.
Yes, how you looking?
I mean, I'm not fantastic, but I'm not horrible.
I'll give you a couple of first level cure wounds if that's all right.
I'm down to 40.
You'll have a long rest before you get back.
Oh, then
Before
don't worry
anything
about
else
it.
will happen, so you're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
But thematic cure wounds,
There you go.
just in case.
So no signs of toads or anything, and can we put 2 and 2 together that might have something to do with it?
Yeah. You're not necessarily the smartest group in the world, but you're not dumb.
We're average.
Hey,
We
some
are
of
of
us
average
Well,
intelligence, yes.
some of us is not real stupid at all, really.
Wow, thanks for calling the average one stupid.
But come on, Egan's always a little off his game. Be nice.
Yeah, I do love how the stoner is the smartest one in the party.
Oddly, that's usually how that goes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I see things that's not there. They teach me stuff. You just don't believe me, so.
So I'm gonna be nice. Who's got the highest survival check?
I have a +4.
Got an
Better
8.
than what I got.
2.
I have 3 +3.
Yeah, I also have +3.
So I think Egan is our man.
Okay,
Again.
Ian, go ahead and roll a survival check with advantage.
24. That's been a popular number for me tonight somehow.
Yeah.
You've gotten the luck from the rest of us.
So, number was 15. If you roll below 15, it would take an extra day. It would take an extra day for each number below 15. You roll above 15, not a big deal. So yeah, you guys make it back within 2 days. You give the situation report. Everybody gets bandaged up, healed up. The singed hairs that are on Esther are just coming back. When you guys get back. How much do you want to tell them?
Well, obviously want to inform about the dragon.
I don't see a point in hiding anything.
Okay,
Agreed.
I just wanted to make sure that you weren't like wanting to be like, oh yeah, we met a hunter, or didn't want to say that, or didn't want to say anything about the dragon, or
I don't
Just wanted to make sure.
suppose the humans and the little Drake fellers had anything on them of value.
No. You can pull a couple of the Drake scales off, but it's not really useful.
I'm hearing lizard barbecue.
You can do that. And the humanoid people were zombies, so
Oh, shoot! But is it too late to have see if I can skin the drakes real fast before we left? You froze.
this is cool. You can make leather out of it and basically have like snakeskin boots or something. There's no mechanical use for it.
Okay, never mind then. So that
Yeah.
was
Maybe at
Mikava?
least some meat for the village that they don't normally get, maybe. Just we got the sled anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we could throw the corpses on there. Mark can ride the cricket, and the cricket can pull.
I'm sure Mark would be more than happy to do that.
I don't think Mark gets a choice.
Look at Mark
He's a sucking up buttercup.
can ride the cricket, or he can walk with us. But
yeah, so yeah, you get the report. They take it. Thank you guys immensely. They're like, so the ice is safe now for the most part.
Until they return, I
safe
suppose.
is a relative
Yeah.
term, because if it was a hunter,
Yeah, they're always around though. It's just they apparently found out that we were somewhere in the area.
because this one somehow had a dragon.
Yeah, that's the problem with this one.
perusing the list, it is Mekava?
Yes, Makava.
Interesting.
No, I'm not entirely surprised that she knew about us, but putting 2 and 2 together, it's only fair to assume that she told the others that we're here. We're gonna become a liability soon if we don't start moving.
Agreed.
We've still got 2 that need to wake up. We've been keeping them hydrated, kind of making them eat soup. Fun fact, you can actually make a sleeping body eat soup. Or at least in this world you can.
You just massage the throat and make them swallow.
Yeah. And, but yeah, once they're awake, we'll head out. Or at least if I can get one of them awake, we'll head out that day.
Should we leave
It's just,
to draw attention away?
we'll send some away. We want to keep some of their mostly able-bodied, actual be able to fight people here. I would appreciate it if you guys stayed here. Because obviously you can handle yourselves in situations that are probably too far out of your league.
I do not mind staying. Just be aware that they know who we are and they know about us.
Right. The issue, again, is we need to move our people, because if they know you're here, then they know we're here. And that's an issue. So we will have to move. It's just, right now, probably going to send the kids away with their parents. Everybody else probably stay here. And he gonna writes down what you guys are gonna do. Kids pack up, mothers, fathers pack up, go away with their kids. They've been put on an indefinite leave of absence due to high chance of danger. So those with kids and a family are basically kicked out for the time being, and are not allowed to have any further doings with this particular branch.
Can S write a note to Yorick and give it to one of the people who are leaving and tell them that once they are safe or bunked down somewhere to send it off, and then give them some money to pay for it?
Yeah. Usually costs about a silver to send a letter.
She'll give them a gold for the hassle and the, holding on to it.
Yeah.
Do the civilians, for lack of a better term, have guards with them? Like, or are they going to be completely defenseless?
Well, one half of the family is the guard.
Okay, I misunderstood. Awesome.
Or the entire family is the guard. It's just they're guarding the kid. So none of them are without defenses. Might not be the best defenses in the world, but they're not without defenses. Rhododendron finds Indigo and is like, alright, so I figured out my captain stuff, and apparently I'm supposed to be part of the sailing crew. So I will be down at the shore if you need me. I know things are kind of crazy right now. Yeah.
Brody, do you even know how to sail?
Put the sheets up and it goes.
I think there's more to it than that.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I
I'm
got
good.
people for that.
Before we kind of established that S sort of knew who she was, did the rhododendron she knew know how to sail?
Yes.
Okay,
She
so
was really good at it too.
S is just so confused right now. Like, visibly perplexed.
Ez, are you okay?
Everything about you guys is very weird.
Just
Yeah.
go with it, darling. Sometimes it's easier not to question it.
So, I'm gonna give you guys a couple more days to kind of do what you might want to, and then something's gonna happen.
Instead of the blacksmith, S would probably spend her time seeing if she could help with patrols or anything like that.
They would be happy to have you.
And then still spending time with the, at the temple.
Okay.
Yes, would you like for me to try to put some fire on that fancy longsword we found?
Is there a possibility of the sword breaking?
Oh yeah.
Then no.
Would you like a fiery sword of some sort?
If you have one made, then I will not say no.
I'll give a shot on the regular longsword. Just one try at it.
Okay.
Now, S will give you the money if you want it for that one.
That's 100. It's 100 gold to try. You want to pay for that?
Yeah, just one try.
Cool. 25.
Right. So this one has a couple more charges on it. This one has 1d10 charges on it.
Ooh.
Minimum of 6.
You want to make that roll?
Yeah, I do. There you go. 9.
9 charges.
Sweet. So it does 3d6 fire when activated?
And
2d6 extra fire? Or is it 3d6 fire total?
You told me it was 3d6 fire total. What's
Okay,
the damage
yeah.
of the sword for? Does that last for a minute or is it just 9 times?
Yeah, no, it's a minute per activation.
So 9. Okay, cool.
So
I'm
is it?
starting to get good at this.
It turns to just 3d6, not sword damage plus 3d6?
Yeah, it's sword damage plus 3.
Okay. And on top of the plus 5, or plus whatever.
Yes.
Okay. Long sword or short sword? S would have
Long.
preferred a long sword. Okay. Thank you. This is very good work, Egan.
What would Forrest do?
He would offer to lead any families who would like to in prayer.
Okay. Yeah, so over the next couple days, as people are kind of filing out, you're kind of giving them the hope everything goes well prayer. Nobody turns it down by any means. And A couple of them like genuinely thank you. They don't really have a whole lot to give you. However, they do give you like the same. I hope everything goes well for you as well. Kind of sentiment. How about
That's all
Diane?
Diana would probably, as per usual, stay pretty close to the flow of information, help disposing of any loose ends, loose paperwork that needs to be disposed of, keep sharpening her, practicing her forgery skills, translating things if it's in a language that she knows, just kind of staying close to the flow of information.
Okay. There's not a whole lot of new information that you don't already know. However, you do pick up something about there's an increase of ships headed north.
Expected.
Yeah.
Does S
go ahead.
pick up any gossip from the soldiers that she's with?
Nothing useful. Some gossip of like normal soldier talk, but yeah. Then finally, Indigo.
Indigo will see if there's any more documents they need assistance with. If not, then so long as she can find someone to help, they'll swords, the martial weapons. Oh my gosh, if I could speak English.
You're good. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Okie dokie artichoke.
Yeah.
That is a grand total of
A bunch. Hopefully.
A dirty 20.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you get one step closer to Alright, so like that, a couple days go by. Forrest helps out where he can. Diana plays Spymaster. Indigo plays I'm gonna stab things and slash things and kill things. S does the soldier thing. Egan does some enchantments with people. Some smaller stuff too that they just kind of pay you for. And you're sleeping, middle of the night, and you get woken up. Has anybody been around big things when they shoot things? Like bigger than like a 50 cal, like a 40 millimeter, like cannon? If you have, that feeling that you don't necessarily hear the boom, but you feel the smack against your chest, you're woken up to that. You just kind of feel like somebody smacked you in the chest. You don't hear anything. And then a couple seconds goes by and just a kaboom! And it's not in the general area that you're at, it's down by the shore.
Indigo's leaving.
Yeah, people are hopping up at this point. People are hopping up at this point, and they're like, "We gotta go, like now. We gotta get down there. We gotta make sure everybody's okay, and then we gotta like get out." So they kind of usher everybody out. You've got enough time to grab your things, put on your armor. People are helping each other in, and everything's very, very sloppy at this point. So any armor that you are wearing that requires more than just like slip it over your head, you take a -1. You kind of meet in the center of your little town there, and the guard captain's like, "All right, cool." So he starts designating people, and it's like, "You 5, go down to the shore, make sure that rhododendron's safe, make sure that the crews can still man the ships, and try to get them out if you can. I want you guys on land with me. We're going to be heading out in about 30 minutes. Sound good?"
Yeah. It's faster the
Let's-
better.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, and about that time, you get that next little like smack in the chest, and this one you can hear just very faintly, just a pah. And about 15 seconds later, it got BAM! And you see a house explode. And as a matter of fact, it's number 12. That just so happens to be empty.
We need to move now. And S will start running towards where they know where rhododendron is.
And it goes right on S's heels.
Let's go.
So it kind of looks like. How would all of you like to go about searching this? Because completely up to you guys.
With my eyes.
Would you like to split up? Would you like to split up and like open up doors and try to figure out which house is what?
Yeah, S
'Cause
will
down
just start
here, you
kicking.
don't really know.
S will just start kicking indoors. Like
Okay.
as they
I'll go-
get deeper in,
Taking a
she's
different
just
one?
kicking them
Yeah,
in.
I'll go to a different building and try to
Yes.
open it.
Staying within earshot though would be
Yeah.
ideal.
Ear or eye shot.
Definitely. So
Yeah,
Indigo
all
will go
these
to
are
this house.
okay. Go ahead. Everybody pick a house that you want to go to. You should be able to move your tokens around. So, I'm going to start at the top, kind of work my way around. S, you open that up, and it is just kind of a storage warehouse. A lot of fishing gear, a lot of nets, a lot of old barrels, stuff like that.
She would do a very quick scan to see if anything needs to be pulled out, but other than that, she'd move on.
Okay.
After calling out if anyone's in there.
Yeah. Diana, you open that up, and it is living quarters. However, it is not rhododendrons. It is some of the crew when they're like panicking and they're trying to gather their crap together because they know what's going on. And they're once you open the door, they're like outdoor after you. They kind of like push you off to the side and like, "We're getting this ship. We already got this taken care of. Go help across there."
For heaven's sake. Okay. And then she'll kind of dash off in whichever direction they pointed.
Over to here. Forrest, you open yours up, and it is food and provisions. There's a couple guys in there already like packing a bunch of stuff up. They're like, "You can carry stuff, right?"
Yes, I can.
All right, cool. Start hauling these to ship, and they kind of throw you a couple like big duffel bags, and it's just full of like food and grain and stuff like that. It weighs more than you, but you manage to like hoist it over your shoulder and drag it to the ship. Egan, you found the armory. There's a couple people in there as well trying to grab some weapons. They don't need a whole lot. They just need some. They're like, hey, if you can grab like some spears and some bows and just bring them to the ship real quick for us, I'd be appreciative.
Will do.
All right. Then finally, Indigo. You open up the door, and there's 2 rooms. You go in the left room immediately, and it's empty. It's got a desk in there. Everything's good. You go into the right room. About that time, Diana comes walking in behind you, and Rhododendron's kind of sitting over in the corner, and she's freaking out. She's like, what is going on? I don't understand.
Under attack, Rhodey. We gotta get out. Come on, come on, come on. And Indigo will, like, lift them up by the, like, grab the forearm and pull Rhododendron up and out the building.
Okay. So you get out the building, and Forrest and Egan, you're meeting to the ship, and you hear or you feel another one of those just thuds to your chest, and this one's a little bit louder. Pa! And you hear this one whistle. And I rolled randomly, and I rolled this beforehand. And I apologize, S, but your building gets hit. So let's see exactly how much damage you take. I need a bunch of these, and a bunch of those.
Is she still up there then?
Yeah, you're still going through the building. It's
Okay.
a rather large building. There's nobody in there.
Okay. Yeah, she just honestly want to make sure no one's hiding. This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Yeah, especially since I just rolled a 7, 8, 8, 9,
Oh my god.
6, 7.
Have we
And
gotten
I got a bunch more to go.
Have we gotten a long rest?
Yeah, you're at full health.
Okay. Better than being at 40.
I need a calculator.
Oh no.
That's a lot of big numbers.
Oh no. Oh.
I'm starting to be very glad that we got that Revivify diamond.
Oh no.
I'm so worried right now. Oh my god.
Luckily, she don't need the diamond, I don't think.
No.
Oh, that's right.
No, I think
Zealot Bard.
yeah.
Barbarian. Not Bard. No. I can't word.
Yeah, when a spell is cast to restore your life, the caster doesn't need material components.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you the full damage. I rolled extremely well.
Single.
Hold on.
64.
Okay, you are brought to 0.
Okay.
However, more importantly, you're on fire.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I need to roll a percentage for you. See if the building is on top of you.
Oh no. That's 2 down already because I'm on fire.
Yeah. Luckily, the building is not on top of you.
Okay.
So I need everybody to roll initiative. And you need to roll better than S.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Okay. Okay. I rolled a 7.
The one time it mattered, I rolled a 7 as well.
23.
Yeah. Egan rolled a 13. What did S roll?
7.
Okay, what did Forrest roll?
15.
Okay. So Indigo,
Yeah.
you see this happen. Building explodes.
Okay, and we all knew that Ez was in there, right?
Yes.
I'll be like, I'll run out. Oh my gosh, stop doing that. I'll run out. I'll throw rhododendron into that snow. Be like, you gotta take care of yourself. I gotta help Ez. I don't know if they're still in that building or not. Get it together. You can do this. And they will use the rest of their movement, including bonus action dash, to get into that building and try to find Ez.
Okay. You do find Ez. However, I need you to use your action to put her out. Otherwise, she will absolutely
Yes, I will definitely
not
put
make
her
it.
out. Be like, I got Ez.
Okay.
Calling out
Okay.
as loud as I can.
Forrest. You got anything?
Would I be able to get to the building and
That is 65 feet.
Alright, so Revivify and Spare the Dying are both touch spells.
Yeah, and you would have to dash to get there.
Healing word might be okay if you can see her.
I do have Healing Word prepared.
Yeah, there's a chance that it won't work because they have to be able to hear you. Her eardrums might be blown out. I'll say there's 20% chance that she's good. And I rolled a 64. So nowhere in there that's yeah. Her eardrum's probably not going to work. So this might be that. However, there is the death save. So if you guys want to move, because does Egan have anything?
No, I'll move up there close enough to where I can get in there next time.
Okay.
Is the side of the gonna take a shortcut through the walls?
Yeah, the walls are like the center of the building is pretty much gone. There's one side and the other side, but that's about it.
If I can go straight, I can get to about there. Probably still not close enough. I've got nothing for putting out fires, just starting them too.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Well, that happens when you die. You forget people's names.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. So yeah, Forrest and Indigo and Egan all converge. What's your dexterity?
My dex is 14. I think Diana's is better.
Yeah,
Yep.
mine's better. It's a 16.
Yep. So Diana, you go first.
Okay. Fuck, that's on ruler. She is going to use all her movement to get over there. And the clerics have arrived. Okay. So that nixes that plan. She'll probably kind of try and I don't know, drag S closer to the clerics so that they're within range. She's probably not going to do it very well because she's not the strongest, but
Okay. Yeah, so like you roll S over. Yeah. Please roll good.
don't worry, we got you.
Oh no.
We got
I'm
you.
getting to vibes.
We
That
got
looks like
you.
a
It's
wall-
okay. It's all
That
good.
That looks like a 1.
Not a critical fail though, right?
Doesn't matter. I'm already 2 down. I was on fire.
What?
Right.
Any damage you take while unconscious puts you at -2 death saves.
Yeah.
We got Revivify. It's gonna be okay.
S
Um.
is dead.
Okay. So you got a minute, which is the fun thing. I need. So, out of curiosity, does anybody have a way to produce water?
Yes, Ez does. We can steal her jug. I would do it too.
Yep. She keeps it on her. It would be there.
I could also.
Do you have a way to make it a large scale area? Like produce water? This might be bad. So I need everybody, because you can start casting Revivify. However, I need everybody to make me a dex save.
Yeah, I don't know why we're staying in the building, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a bad building to be in.
Yeah, it
Got
really
a
is.
22.
Dex save, you said?
Yep. I need at least
23.
15.
I got a 10.
Okay. So, Forrest, you're going to take some damage. Not nearly as much as I took. But it is still substantial. Yeah. That's yeah. That's 28 points of damage. And this is going to be fire damage. Everybody else takes half, except for Egan. He takes a quarter because, yay, fire. There's a couple powder kegs in there.
What did you say,
Like a
28?
boom. Yep. So even if you were to move S out of the building, she's going to get hit by it, and she's going to fail to save, and she's going to take more damage to her body. It's not good. Let's put it that way. She's mostly intact. There's an arm and a leg missing. However, more importantly, I need everybody to make me a Constitution save.
$17.
18.
14.
Okay, so Egan, you are deafened for the next minute. Everybody else, it's 30 seconds. Because that's a really loud bang. What would you like to do during that time?
Still scrambling and trying to get everybody out. Even if we can't hear each other, just be like, pushed out. Let's get out.
Question: Can you, if I were to overclock a Misty Step, could I take someone that was unconscious, or does that not count? Well, I mean dead, but
So, technically speaking, at this point, the dead body becomes an item.
I
So
mean
you
Misty.
can take items with you.
What?
You can take items with you without overclocking.
Okay, so just in an absolute moment of sheer panic, Diana is going to get a better hold on Esther and snarl at everyone to get close, and she is going to triple clock a Misty Step to take everyone with her 30 feet out of the building.
Okay, that is not what I expected. So yeah,
She was
3
told to
levels.
keep us alive. She's going to do her damnedest to keep us alive.
So yeah, you got a motion for everybody to come in. I'm gonna say insight checks aren't needed because this kind of tells its own story. The deafened condition. I know it's not good. Just automatically fails an ability check that requires hearing. So what would you all like to do? Because I'm going to say that was 1 round.
Ez, stop that. Stop fighting.
It's a little funny.
It is. Indigo would probably honestly go to reach for the healing potion to shove it down Ez's throat, but no, that's not gonna work. Be like, clerics, do something.
Egan, he has the diamond, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
but we don't need it. We're not supposed to need it. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I was going to cast Revivify. That was what I was going in there to do anyway.
Okay, so you do do a medicine check real quick.
13.
Yeah, that is enough to know that missing limbs typically bleed.
Yeah, we can worry about that later. They're missing because of fire. So
Yes, but no in the same fashion.
Oh.
hopefully,
She is pretty much.
Probably. If Egan shares this, Indigo
still
won't
do
care.
it.
They'll just unzip their jacket, rip off strips of their shirt, and tie, like tourniquet on the limbs.
Yeah,
At least helps.
You can still use that, but
we're going to have to do some more, I imagine. Yeah.
Probably is a futile effort between you and me. A shit ton of damage was done to S as a dead body, so that's not good. So exactly, what exactly are you wanting to do, and how many revivifies are you wanting to use? A bit.
I mean, we'll definitely try it once anyway.
Yeah. So it was Egan, then Diana, right?
Huh?
It was Egan, then Diana in initiative, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So does Diana have anything to just stabilize a creature?
She has no healing.
Okay. What does your medicine look like?
+1.
I'll let you have it. Go ahead and roll, see if you can get a natural 20. Because this is a bit more involved. Yes. I should give it to you at disadvantage, but
I didn't get a
Yeah.
20.
like I said, I should give it to you at disadvantage because that's extremely A, traumatic, and B, distracting.
Well, I rolled a 3, so
my
that's a total of grand 4.
You make it even worse. I don't know how much worse you can make it, but you like dump water on her skin. Yeah. And yeah, S immediately goes back out. And is yeah. You want to carry her up to the main camp? See if anybody can do anything? Yeah, the dime's still there. That's a good thing. Actually, you want to stop before we move on? I'll let you guys take a week to figure out exactly what you want to do. Faye,
I'm
do
good.
whatever you want.
I'm good.
Yep. Figure out what you want to do. We're a little bit over right now. And it's, well, yes, this is a very hard story point right now. Strategy might be a better thing to do. I also have a screaming child, so I gotta take care of her. So give me just a second, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourself. Decompress if you can.
Oh my god, this is Jinkofa. Jinxed yourself.
Angle jinxed us by posting that gif of Liam O'Ryan, because half the Critical Role team got wiped last week and only 2 of them made it back.
Oh, did I? I haven't watched it. Thank you for the spoilers.
Yeah. I didn't say who, I just said it happened. I mean, you've talked about this, though, a little bit, so you're kind of more prepared and more ready for this than the rest of us.
Oh, it's stressful.
You did get hit. You die. Not being blown to smithereens and then being lit on fire.
Me and you gonna work on it.
Nah. I gave you a shot. You didn't want to take it. It's not my fault anymore.
I completely forgot about the dime thing.
With the Stefan, we really can't strategize. We're just going to have to shove her in a bag of holding, I guess, and tote her up to somebody. And with one arm and one leg gone, she's probably narrow enough to go down the hole.
Oh my god!
Are you sure we should be talking about this in front of the child?
Whew.
She don't know what we're talking about. Plus, she's cute in the
She's
purple.
pretty smart.
She is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that looks like my pacifier.
S is apparently going to go in bag of holding.
It's not the first time.
Can we at least like spare the dying her? That way we get like a 10-day grace period.
That's dental repose, and I don't have it.
I have it. It just doesn't work if she's already dead.
General
No,
repose?
Yeah, no, you don't have. You got spare the dying, not dental repose. It's a different spell.
Oh, okay.
Unless
That's what she was asking about.
unless you've got general repose, which slows down the clock a little. But I mean, first she was toasted, now it's cold as hell, so she's about as preserved as she could be.
Yeah. Yep.
And in the bag of holding, there's no air, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
It's not my first time transporting a body in a bag of holding for help either. The first time I actually helped the person that I've transported, though.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, he had cool shit. I didn't want to give it back to him.
Stuff. Rooster.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Well, clerics, it's up to you guys.
I mean, we're out, I think, because
So-
we're deaf, so we can't really coordinate either.
Yeah, by the time you get to
Where's-
bed, you'll be hearing again, at the very least.
I was gonna say that was only for like 30 seconds or a minute or something.
Right, but
We're
Revivify
only-
only has a minute. Yeah, it only gives us a minute to get it done anyway.
Yeah, you're 2 rounds into what Revivify could possibly be used during.
Well, we could go. I've got one more cast to Revivify. Force has got 2. We wait the 59 seconds, cast it, and it gives us 4 minutes if we time it right.
Dude, that is torture.
also
She's
have
going to be
less-
horrified when she comes back if she remembers these being revived between.
She would.
Yeah, I feel we don't, push Ez into madness.
I'm just
I
saying
do
that's
have,
a possibility, but we'd probably be better off to find somebody that knows a bit more about it than we do. I don't.
Mhm.
It sounds like we're not capable. Thus, the bag of holding back to the main camp, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah, if you guys could at least do Spare the Dying on Ez,
Gentle
she won't have
repose.
to make or Gentle Repose. She won't have to make death saves anymore. However, if you do Gentle Repose, I don't think Revivify will work anymore.
Well, we don't have general repose ready.
Neither one of you? Jeez Louise, blackers.
Well, we had Revivify and a diamond. We weren't prepared. Well, regeneration, but we probably need a resurrection.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Spare the Dying and Revivify will not bring back any damage that she's done. That has been
Yeah.
done to her.
yeah, that would require resurrection, true resurrection, reincarnation, or regeneration,
Yeah.
or wish. There's always that.
Well, luckily for you guys, you are currently traveling with someone who actually has a prosthetic and knows what that recovery process looks like, and can get you in touch with someone who can get you a prosthetic. Or
Which-
3.
Which limbs are missing?
It is right arm, right leg.
Good times.
That's what I'm saying.
And-
They're fitting back and holding a lot better now. We're
Not,
good
not
shape.
to mention, she looks like Anakin after he got out of the volcano.
And half her right ear. Let's not forget that.
I do have
Almost.
lesser restoration prepared, so I could technically help with the deafness.
30 seconds
That's
isn't
useful.
much, though. And it will only work on one person, I think.
Yeah, I'd say save the spell slot, personally, but it's up to you.
We would know if there's a powerful enough cleric in a camp, right? Haven't been there for a good while now.
Yeah. The leader of the camp seemed to be like a ranger. He was probably the most powerful person there. All of the clerics seem to be the I will cure wounds you at 1st or 2nd level type.
I'm thinking we're gonna need to go to a larger city if we want to have a stronger, resurrection spell.
Yeah.
And honestly, Indigo personally wouldn't care. Just, give all of her money to this, and they got a small little bank.
So,
now.
I will say this, Diana was told to keep Esther around, so Diana's gonna fight tooth and nail to keep Esther around. But Buttons, the player, realizes that this is more Esther and Faye's decision than ours.
True.
Are you okay going forward with this character, knowing this is probably what's going to happen, knowing what you know about your character, knowing how they would respond? Is this something you're genuinely okay with dealing with? Or would it be better for you to just roll up a new character? Because I don't want to talk over you about this. This is your character.
Buttons makes a great point.
I would have to see how it plays out. I think it would be interesting to explore. We'll keep going the way we're going now, and we'll see.
If anything, Forrest has shown he's somewhat decent religious bard psychologist, so you could help her out.
Not gonna lie, that's probably the highlight of the night. The
Yeah.
random,
Personally, therapist. There you go.
yeah. So at least you had a therapist on hand.
Yeah, see? Just what we need.
I think pretty much we'll have to get her resurrected if we're bringing her back. I don't think me and Forrest can do it.
Well, we've got a week to think about it, so.
Yeah, and it's not like you don't have a fairly decent group fund, which I'm gonna say wasn't hurt during that entire thing. We will talk.
Fayla here. So the dice have been rolled for the session, and we've had our after-game care with you all included. From us here at Total Party Crit, we thank you for joining us at our virtual table. As always, if you have any game-related questions for our players or DM, including lore questions, anything that happened in the recent game, or questions about any items we have, please feel free to leave a comment in the video with them or on one of our social media pages. Links for those will be down in the description under the video. Music attributions will also be there as well, and there will be a Discord post about all of the music used in this session as well. The world is a crazy place, so stay safe, and we hope to see you again.